In the final update for Sonic Frontiers, they not only added characters and a new ending to the story, but they also added cyberspace levels. I like the OG cyberspace levels, but some of them had 2D. And that shit sucks. Trying to be the positive nigga, but it really do. The OG cyberspace levels that were in 2D flat out sucked to me. I don't know why, but in the 2D level, you'll feel like you're going slow as fuck. A shit ton of the fans also didn't like the 2D cyberspace levels, so they just removed the 2D levels in general for this last update. And bro, this shit is impeccable, extravagant, delectable. I'ma just call them the final cyberspace levels because why not? Out of the final cyberspace levels, there's only one that I kinda don't like, but we gonna talk about that little nigga later. For now though, I'ma just give a little brief summary of them, starting with 4A. 4A is a solid level with multiple shortcuts.
You could say that about every single one of the levels.
I do feel like 4A probably got the best level design though, as long as you're using the spin dash. I don't know why, but they added these little rocket boost things that really don't affect much. It's basically Sonic's old boost that just makes you fly through enemies, but I really don't feel like there's a point of it since you have the spin dash. On top of that, the spin dash gives you access to like 10 times more shortcuts in this level. And it's not just this level either, because every single level the spin dash hits. But yeah, I don't really see a point of the rocket boost. If they would have just left it out of this level, the level would have been perfect. 10 out of 10. But up next, 4B is by far the best cyberspace level.
But isn't it just Green Forest from—
Shut the fuck up, little nigga. It is just a remixed version of Green Forest, but it works so well in Sonic Frontiers. This level is also where we get introduced to Nigga Tail.
In all of my years, I never thought that I'd see a day where Tails is a nigga.
He's pretty much just a bot that races you throughout the level, but this nigga is quick as fuck and he cheats every time. I can't lie, the first few times I was playing this level, Tails was whooping my ass back to back. I've never felt so humiliated in a Sonic game. But yeah, this level is probably one of my favorite Sonic levels ever. It's just too satisfying to hit a spin dash on this tiny slope and fly across the map. I love it. 4C is also extremely good, but with this level, it really showed me that the rocket boost kinda suck. Almost every time you hit a rocket boost on this level, it sends you on this automated path. And this level also features Nigga Tails, and he goes even harder on this level. But I can't lie, the rocket boost is pretty easy to get rid of, and it doesn't really ruin it. As long as you hit a spin dash after the rocket boost, you can still fly off of slopes. But I also feel like you absolutely have to hit some type of shortcut to beat Tails in this level. But it's still extremely good though. Unlike Mr. 4D. I'm glad they called this level 4D because I'ma need some space from it. 4D is just big and confusing to me. Like with this level, you'll hit a mean ass shortcut and be right back where you started. I can't lie though, the level would probably be cool as a treasure hunting stage, but for me, this level ain't it. Like bro, I don't like having to use the last tiny brain cell I have to find the goal. But luckily, 4E is better. Sorry for that whack ass voice, bro. I won't do it again. Anybody got $5? 4E is the one that feels most like a Sonic level to me, but it does introduce a bomb timer gimmick to where if you run out of time, you just die. I don't really care for it for real, because they got shit in the level that makes you add to the timer anyway.
Not like I needed that anyway.
Like I said though, the level itself feels familiar.
It's from somewhere, I just can't put my finger on it.
Or not, because some of these cyberspaces look like they're brand new. And while we on that topic, these cyberspace levels don't even feel like remixes anymore. Like, they straight up feel like brand new levels that I haven't played in the Sonic series before. I know part of it is because of the spin dash and part of it is just because of the level design too. Yeah, this level is pretty good, just like the next level, Mr. 4F. I done assumed this nigga gender. 4F is really good, but it also has Nigga Tails in it. So you know for a fact you have to hit a shortcut every time you see a tiny slope. But this level does not fuck with shortcuts, specifically the camera. The camera in this level is the most dangerous Sonic villain. With this level specifically, the camera challenges you more than Tails, but at the same time, it is gonna be harder to have a linear level with an open world type game. Other than the camera though, the level is straight. It's fun, it's cool, it's nice, just like all the other cyberspace levels for real. And this level Tails ain't even that hard unless you don't hit a shortcut. At least I can say 4F is just better than 4G. 4G is good, but it introduces us to the car gauge mechanic. I ain't finna lie, this shit kinda bad. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but it just holds you back to me. With the car gauge mechanic thingy, it makes your boost real fast if you just keep holding it. But if you go top speed for too long, then you're gonna explode. So that means you cannot spin dash for too long. And that fucks with shortcuts. Luckily, you can just spam the spin dash. But even when you do spam the spin dash, there's certain parts of this level where you absolutely have to go slow as hell. And I think it's because of that stupid ass car gauge mechanic. But even then, the level still has some really good shortcuts in it. I'm gonna need me a shortcut too. The barber fucked me up last time. Also, this level is a bit harder. The hardest level in the game is probably 4H. Oh, this level makes me want to cry. And that's saying something, because I ain't even cried when my pet roach died. He was a real one. This level actually feels like a full 3D Sonic level, and that's good, but since the level is so fucking hard, you have to restart every time you die. And I know you niggas finna say skill issue, but I'm the Sonic specialist. I know this series like the back of my hand. But this is one of the levels that I gotta say it absolutely needs checkpoints. I don't like to replay this level too much simply because of how hard it is and how much I'ma have to restart the whole level if I die. But yeah, the level is really good, but it's just it's hard. But the last level go crazy. Honestly, I really ain't fuck with 4i at first. I really used to think it was just big and confusing, just like 4D. But when you use that spin dash, the spin dash literally changes up the stage so quick. This stage has extremely low gravity, so if you jump one time, you finna fly. Now imagine going up a slope with a spin dash in this stage. Yes, the shit crazy. I had the absolute best time just flying around in this stage. And then there are cars everywhere. It looks so clean. Take that with a grain of salt. That's coming from a musty nigga. This level has probably some of the best shortcuts. I feel like the shortcuts are the best because of the low gravity. Flying around with the spin dash in the base game is already fun as fuck. So multiply that by 10 and it's amazing. I do feel like this is probably the best looking cyberspace level out of all of them because of the cars. Like there are cars everywhere. And it's so pretty looking sometimes. Am I pretty looking, y'all? Am I pretty looking? All in all, I really love the final cyberspace levels. Honestly, it really shows that they were really trying with this update. On top of that, they really listened to the fans by not adding any 2D levels. And that was a good ass decision because without the 2D levels, it's nearly perfect. And yeah, that's it. So bye-bye. Boom, boom, boom. You better subscribe. You finna subscribe. And you better subscribe. I said you finna subscribe. You better subscribe. You finna subscribe. You better subscribe. Blah, blah, shit.